if you've seen Beauty before, I think you should go to our YouTube page so that you can see my guest and know that this is the right person to talk about mental health issue with me. I've got Gwen and Amanti with me in the studio this morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And I must apologize to you on the communication timing and all of that, which it was you that came late. It was the mission I gave them this time. But you're welcome to our studio.
Thank you.
I mean, she's an experienced project manager, business strategist, also a certified. That's why we're having her on the show. Certified. Hello? You hear me? Certified what? No, you should gather near your radio now. Certified what? Occupational health and safety professional. So together we'd have conversation with you guys. Around conversations around mental health, the Nigerian economy, which one in the ring, and which one are you feeling the most, and professional view from the people that she has interacted with. Where are we? And is the government even taking mental health issues around some of the economic challenges serious enough? It's not just to talk about palliative. Should we start talking about mental health of those who want to receive the palliative? Do they have the mindset to receive it? These and many more we'll talk about after the break with my guest. Stay with me and stay with us. We'll be right back. You can join us via YouTube and Facebook Live, Nigeria Info Abuja on YouTube and on Facebook. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
This is Nigeria Info.
My name is Elder Emma Okoro. I'm interested in rebuilding my nation, and so I have to join the beginning of cleaning of the environment. The Gariki environment here is totally filthy and unhealthy for our people. So when Mayor Fortune decided that Abuja should come out, I decided to join because it's for the good of our people, our children, our wives, and our families. That's why I'm part of this group, so that I'll be part of those who have started the journey to rebuild Nigeria.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. 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 Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria. This is Nigeria Info.
This month, not true? Not true. Like Keystone Bank.
This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Looking like the economy has forced a gym on everybody, because this morning on my way to work, I saw a lot of people working. Gisting, some had their headphones on, some were talking to each other. More like, if you're going my direction, I could just, we'll just gist on the way. And we're looking at it and how it affects mental health. Let's start with those who are even working. I mean, people who are working now, a lot of organization is trying to break down man hours because of the transport issue, the fuel subsidy removal. Not all organizations, people who were running 24 hours before are now cutting down to 18 hours to say, you know what, let's allow the gen to rest. Let's the cost of diesel, the cost of fueling the gen, and everything, and they are telling their staff to stay home. Most staff are now not comfortable about staying home because they also feel like it's a trick that the organization is now going to say, it's looking like this job can happen without this person. We can just automate this system or do this and do that. We're sorry, we can no longer have you. So staff are saying, no, I don't want to work from home. I can come to work. I'm not complaining about transport. I'm not complaining. How is these things hampering on people's mental health? People are beginning to take high-end risks just to keep their job, are seeing the hybrid approach as, no, this is an approach to get me out of this job workforce, and this is not the time I want to start looking for any job. Right. What do you think is responsible for this? Does this really affect, is it a mental health issue or people just trying to secure their jobs?
Well, the thing is, stress makes you adjust, right? That's normal stress. But when that stress is increased, that's when mental health issues kicks in. First of all, if we're talking mental health, we have to define mental health, because once you say mental health, everyone thinks you're talking about madness. So True. It's a topic that everybody shies away from because they feel that I'm not trying to say I'm mad or I have some psychological issues. Anxiety is a form of mental health.
Okay.
Depression is a type. Then we have the bipolars and the extremes, but I want to cut it down. So there are people that panic in the face of danger. It's a mental disorder. Because normally, that's when your brain is supposed to work fastest. Like, how do I get out of here? How do I remove myself from this situation? But instead, you see the person shaking, panicking, sweating. You're not thinking. All you're thinking is, I'm going to die. Fear, fear, fear. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So they're intertwined. You can't like two-faced coin. You can't talk about economy and not talk about mental health.
True.
You can't talk about stress and not talk about mental health. Now, like I said, the definition of mental health is defined as a state of mental well-being that helps you adjust to life, work, study, learn, and contribute to your society or community. So it's a state of mind. So that means that everything that happens to us as human beings happens here first. So at this point in time, we should be careful. Like, I know everyone is going through it. Everyone. But are you going to kill yourself? Do you want to dwell on the hardship? Because I hope it doesn't get worse than this. But peradventure it does. Are you going to die? We'll all survive. One thing I love about Nigerians, we're like cockroaches. You flush us down the toilet, we'll come out. So at this point, I want that cockroach lifestyle to come out in everybody. Not in an angry way. But sit down. If your organization is saying work from home, is it not better for you?
Oh, I mean, you spoke about the fear. Maybe it's just that instinct, that fear thing.
That's what I'm saying. The fear. Okay, because you look at the cost of transporting yourself to work every day. Cost of living is at the highest. Everything is going up, but your salary is still where it is. Do you understand? I know there are people that may have said, "Oh, they will add." I don't think it's been implemented.
True.
So is it not better to cut down on costs? You don't have to go everywhere. This is the time, where you say you plan your movements.
Exactly.
If I can ask a rider to deliver it to me, fine. Of course, I'll pay money. But if you're driving down, are you not spending more money? So, it's a time for us to be strategic and not to be angry at people or at the government. See, we have to talk to ourselves and tell ourselves, okay, we're in this situation. Okay, for those, you talk about Jabba, we laugh and all that. Do you think that it's easier? At least over here, even have a relative that will dash you money.
Then you can even say, please, I've not eaten.
You can even just walk into a friend's without prior notice and just eat and crash. You can't do that over there without information. They are not even home. So I'm not saying that those who left, they are less of. There are people that they are lucky, good jobs they have, but you're here. So why don't you look for ways to make life a little bit comfortable? Because we always on social media, we are bashing, we are talking about, we have to be, this is like negative energy. It keeps attracting more negative energy to yourself.
Okay.
So at this point, I'll even tell everyone, there are people that come around you, everything they do is negative. They're always coming with, did you hear of this fire here? Did you hear this and died? Did you hear this person? Avoid those kind of people. I'm telling you, avoid those kind of people because everything they do to you is negative.
Yes.
You don't need that kind of thing at this point in time. People spend much time on social media, on news. How is that going to help you? Talk. What happened to the one-on-one conversation with friends? Everybody's on social now, looking at people's lives. Those things you see, some of them are staged. It's not real. You're praying or you're forcing yourself to be real. Who's going to be you? Okay, those successful people, do you know their success stories? Do you know where they started from? Do you know how hard they've had it? You wake up. What you're seeing now is the outcome of maybe their hard work over years. And then you should be them. We always rush things. We don't follow the process. We don't want to trust the process.
No.
We just want to wake up from when 1 today. I went to bed at 1. Wake up at 15. Life doesn't work that way. Some of us will be faster than others. Some of us will eventually get there. So for me, it's a time for you to look at yourself. Look within yourself. What are that? Aside job, what else can I do? Side hustle to get more money. Instead of them we spend on social media blasting people left and right.
Lamenting
to people that don't care about you. They don't even exist. You're wasting your time and you get your worked up, you get yourself so angry. Before you slip into depression, you don't have for food, you're not sleeping well, you're not eating well, you isolate you. That's the highest level of depression. You switch off your phone, you say, I don't want to stop it. Turn off all the lights.
Nobody cares about me.
Cares. Are you kidding me? The people that you're trying to, they are dealing with their own. Is it because maybe you're so good at masking our pain, mothers? You've mastered it, you know how to mask it. So when you come out, people look at it like, this one doesn't have any problem. Really? Every human being on the face of the earth is dealing with something on the low. One way or the other. When you even hear their story, you say, God, thank you, I thought I had it worse. And looking like this, that is how you don't have to wear whatever that is going on in your life on your face. Everyone that sees you will be like,
me? I'm going through a lot. A lot has me.
That sees you will be praying for you.
But I think one of the key points, for this part of this conversation, I've mentioned also the fact that we should stay away from people, ignite them with negative communication. Somebody needs to stay off social media. Somebody needs to leave news.
Yes.
Don't try to know. Leave news alone. Go and watch soap operas, watch movies.
There's BBN now.
Watch cartoon. Something that will make, because every time I see around Federal Secretariat by the newspaper stand, Area 10. Do you know that this government, I told you this government. I'm wondering that this person you are talking about doesn't even know that you are talking of them, or doesn't even exist in one corner. After that argument, you into a pharmacy, please, can I get Panadol?
You've given yourself something. It's nah. You have to keep a positive. See, it's all about energy. The Bible will tell you what you give, you receive. It's talking about energy. It's not just about giving something. It also goes further to say you wish someone is waiting for you to give it back to you sevenfold. It's all life is all about you. So when you surround yourself with positive people, you know, people that every time you see them, it's not they have the money yet. They're always looking for ways to themselves to advance. You see them taking this online, maybe cooking or whatever, you know, like engaging in one craft or the other. See, no knowledge is a waste. Someone might look at you wasting your too much time. You get much time. No knowledge is a waste. Sometime in the future, all that knowledge will come into play. And you will say you and be like, when this guy was doing this thing, I should have joined. I was laughing at him. I was like, what was this? Engage in things that will uplift. Watch, like you said, watch cartoons. Stay off the news. I don't think I've ever put scene and they have something nice to say. It's always bomb blast here and, you know, like, I'm not saying we should not know what's going on, but if it's more of the negative, cut it down. What we're talking of is your state of mind. You have to be okay up here to even think of how to even make money. Because now, if you're not okay upstairs, the money into you, you cannot even use it for anything good for yourself. Because you can't even think.
True.
You're filled with bitter. You're so angry with the world. I mean, just have to easy.
Let's look at another side of this conversation where people have not also talked about is the different increase fees across board. The one that has hit a lot of people so much shock is Unity. The federal government college has moved their school fees from 45,000 to 100,000 naira. And a lot of people would also say people fees hang on Unity schools. You get quality for less the price. The government is also helping that angle. There's also the conversation around out-of-school children, which has not always been steady. UNESCO is on one side saying 13 points this million out of another one is saying 10.5 million out of school children. Don't you think we would see more school children and how it affects their mental health? Because your peers are back to school, your neighbor's son is going to school, the both of you are in the same school. He knows when you are supposed to resume, and all of a sudden your neighbor's son is not resuming with his friend. Do you think parents should manage some issues?
Well, I approached in a very diplomatic way, right? But I want to start by 5 fingers. These 5 are not equal. Even with the increase, I don't think school fees were unified. You will put your child where you can afford, right? So we increase. I'm sure there are schools that are not so high. So I would want to encourage parents, don't outdo yourself all in the competition. If you cannot afford where your child used to go, maybe because of the increase, find somewhere else. I'm very sure there are still affordable schools. Even if, you know how, okay, like this, in this part of the world, we're wired in a way, everybody must go to. And then we graduate. You throw them into the workforce, and then you wonder, what do you waste your parents' money for? And when you find it with this child, this person will tell you, I find it hard studying. When I read 10, maybe when you go on further, USN might be good as a baker, as a chef. So instead of wasting that time, forcing him or her to go through school, why didn't you diet? Nobody will have to go to school. Not everybody will have to have the diploma. Some of us will have to families through what we do for like our talents. So this is also a time for parents to really find out what their kids are good at. Do you really want to go to school? So that spend that money. You know that this person is thank you. You know that this person is a career-oriented person. For if my wakes up tomorrow and then I realize that okay, he has a fear for fashion, I'll take her to beauty school or fashion school. Why am I going to take her to school to physics, chemistry, biology just because I want her to have a degree? Or I want her to. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't you think it's better we diversify other things? Because that's a way the economy will grow. If everybody wants to work in an oil company, who will now work in the what do you call it, the food sector, hospitality? So who?
No, there's no money then.
There's no.
Yes, so almost white collar, all of us. Have the suit and tie.
Okay, and now they are telling them from home, and like you said, they are working from home. So imagine if they diversified in other things. You'll be like, oh, thank God, at least I will have time on this other side hustle. That's them in these things. Everybody live in Maitama. Everybody was in Asokoro.
Yes, now how would they know that you're in Abuja?
But thank God, there are so many other so-called high-class people living in Kubwa. Land is bigger. I mean, lands, do you understand? We need to spread out. You don't have to have that one mindset like, it has to be this. Okay, in chasing this thing, doing this thing all your life, what has it gotten you? No. So don't you think it's time to try something else differently? Try something else differently.
Let's go to the phone now. I see the phone line buzzing already. It's 10951 000. WhatsApp is 003990137. And here on WhatsApp, Papa from Metama says, it is sad that my car has stopped 3 this week and I am running crazy. Can't cope with this whole thing. The hustle is not paying anymore. Kai, this situation is getting worse and worse. And love liberation, and have a good day with you in the studio. Thank you so much. Then it can only get better. You need to re-strategize. In the Zilonia and the guest, Nigeria, a resource to trekking and therapy for the stressed by remover. Employers should be careful not to worsen the mental state of their staff. Wishing Nigerians the best in the trying time. Peace in Nigeria. Banki from Otako Banki. I was reading that message thinking you had left in the country. Good morning, Effizy. My name is Osh from Abuja. Appreciate your guest this morning. Recently, I sat myself down and reminded myself that I am running so I dug every deep part of me, Sir L. Guess what? I now create voice-over video for small businesses and graphics, all using my phone. I would advise to have hobbies that does not have to do with making money all the time. Football, watch football, take a walk, to a close friend and watch movies. IBP is real.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Facebook and YouTube. Is anybody here on YouTube? No. People on Facebook. This person has Effizy, we can't watch cartoon when your Lord is knocking at your door. Joseph, keep up the good work and thanks to your guest. Afsad Mazu says, nice job. Good morning, Effizy. Good morning, Effizy. Good morning, everyone in the studio watching and listening to you. God bless Nigeria Info. Thank you so much. Good morning, Effizy. This is Benny and says, our guest, Effizy, you can't watch cartoon. Landlord is on your neck. To watch the cartoon, you need to buy fuel and charge your cable too. I love Nigeria. Let's go to the phone line. Hello to you.
Good morning, the El Bilonia.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, so I'm also from Bakarale. I'm calling from Cuba.
You're welcome.
Although our own billionaire to start sharing his palliative, I went to that. Very, very happy. I'm very happy with guest in the studio today because she has done a lot of tension for those going to a kind of thinking over what she has said, how we can sink it into ourselves. What I have my take home in what she has, the power of positive thinking, the power of adjustment, the power of there will always be a way out. Things that want to give you headache, pass them. If my two are going now, I cannot afford it. Simple. I look at the ones come to my house that I don't need to pay transport. I roll them there. Life goes on. Right? I only compete with nobody but myself. Everybody stay on his lane. No
informate.
Thank you very much for the wonderful
one of the top manufacturing company. They free.
This is Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.